Hey guys, what's up? JDoZ back here again, and today let's dive into more Dokkan Battle and talk about the top 5 model teams you can get in all of Dokkan Battle. Now, there's been some changes, and we finally have all the demigods. We'll go on this. We'll look at the model leader, the demigod, and a few other units that really highlight the squads. That's where we'll really dive into this. But anyways, let's get into it.
And this is to watch JDoZ.
Oh, okay, so number 5 is still number 5, despite the additions of Blue Vegito. The Mono Fizz Brawly team is still the worst. Now let's look at the team. The leader, of course, is Brawly, and he's, of course, staggered by the fact he only needs supreme damage. And despite what I said in my best Fizz team in all Dokkan Battle video, you have to run double Brawly. You can't do a Blue Vegito friend because he only does his leader skill only affects hero types. So you need to have double Brawly, and with him being maybe not even a top 10 card anymore in the game, that really staggers the team when that's supposed to be when you have double of not the top 10 card. Blue Vegito is good, but he's not that good enough of a tank. But he's gonna be your hardest hitter on that team, and he's, of course, RNG's is entitled. And then that's really the team. I might have the Guinea Force LR card. That's what I'm assuming. He'll probably be a top 3, top 5 hardest hitter in the game, but that doesn't really bring the team up to the next level. And you have your options as sealers too. You have Fizz Gotenks and Bardock. Gotenks is the harder hitter with 77% attack increase on his passive, but you need a little bit more. You need a little bit more. It's a hard-hitting team. Not a good enough defense though. Brawly defense is atrocious, and the Blue Vegito not good enough blocker even after you have the seals. But the damage is nice. You can run this team, it'll be effective, but it's still the worst mono team in Dokkan Battle. So let's go number 4 already, guys. So number 4 is a lot like the Fizz team, but better, of course. It's the tech team. It's very hard hitting, just like it. Gotenks at the end of the day is a lot like Brawly as far as damage output at the end of the day, but he's got more. He has more utility to him. He's the 9 key super, 9 to 10 key will still hit fairly hard, probably about as hard as double super attack from Brawly. You have the 11 key super, which will do insane amount of damage, and then you have your boy 12 key and over super, which will create lower defense but won't hit as hard as the other 2 super attacks. And Gotenks, as I think a lot of people have Omega Shenron as the number 4 spot in the worst or the best, whatever, mono leaders in the game, but I have Gotenks there just because Omega has more utility, and he's a better hitter than Brawly. You have LR Goku, which is the number still in the top 3 or 5 and hardest hitters in the game. You have Bardock that complements him phenomenally, and he's a sealer. And you have, of course, Tech Frieza, who I had the worst mono leader. I said in the video that if he was on Int, he could be better. But with his passive being 50%, he's the worst because it's so hard to maintain that, especially on the tech team. And if I have to cover the Fizz, you have your boy Black Goku, who is one of the hardest hitters in the game too, but doesn't take them over the edge of the tech team. Golden Frieza can still be very good if you can maintain it. It's going to take some thinking ahead, using items. You don't really want to use heals to make sure you're over that 50% barrier, so you make sure you get those blocks off with Frieza, and you'll still hit fairly hard. But the team just not that good. When I say not that good, I mean compared to other mono teams. Any god team will be definitely very, very usable throughout the current meta in Dokkan Battle, but not as good as number 3, which is the aforementioned Strength team. Now this is the team I have, and I think it's very, very versatile with double Omega Shenron giving you your defense that you need, and he's also one of the hardest attackers in the game. So one of the most balanced cards in the entire game with the constant Icarus. If you do it what I do, and have it, and then Omega in the first and maybe second slot, but I always have mine in the first slot every single time. So it's a constant Icarus every single turn, so you have no need to burn a lot of items because you won't be taking that much damage. You have options. If you're not going against an agility card, you could put LR Frieza and do a shocking speed. If you're in Faith type team, or you could do a Omega Shenron, of course, Omega Shenron, over in a flash, that's what I'm trying to say, type team, where we can throw Gogeta on it and other cards that'll complement those cards as well. Of course, for any of these teams, I have videos on these channels for how to make them and to the best of their ability. There are a few options for the strength team, like I'm saying, but the strength team is very, very versatile with the constant damage reduction and damage. The Demigod is Perfect Cell, which is one of the worst ones. Item 3, but you can make the case from being number 4 for Tech Golden, or for Black Goku having more damage potential. But getting the key is just more of a pain in the ass every now and again. So I had to give Cell the nod to her, just a little step above him. So it's all 2 number 3s for the leader and Demigod, which makes a pretty easy call to make this number 3 team in all of Dokkan Battle. And of course, Gogeta is like a pseudo Demigod, really. So they have 2. So you can make it for some missions they're better than the agility and intelligent teams, but at the end of the day, those teams are usually gonna be better. So number 2 and 1 are really, really close. As I said in my Demigod video, the intelligent Demigod Vegeta and Blue Cow Ken are really, really close as far as when they'll be better. But Blue Cow Ken's a little bit better usually. So number 2 is intelligent team. Buuhan makes the team, but it doesn't get that much help really. You have Double Buuhan, which is a great combo for staying alive. This is the best team for not using items. For any of the easier missions, like any of the ones that aren't extremely hard, like Omega Shenron, any of those teams that you can get that are maybe strenuous, but you just don't want to use items, this is great for that. If you're low on items, use the Buuhan team if you can, of course, pull him. The only one I can pull is Omega Shenron, but he's very, very good. You have Buuhan, and then the intelligent Vegeta is very, very good. I'd say he's number 2 Demigod. Look at my video for more details on why I say that. But number 2, he can be number 1 in some situations, but overall, since Blue Cow Ken is the more consistent, number 2. And then you have pretty much all support type characters. You have Android 13, you more Key for Buuhan, you have Turlets, that's a great stunner, you have Janemba to block. So it's mostly just a lot more support cards, but not really very good actual core cards in that team. But you have definitely plenty of options there. But with Double Buuhan is almost really all you need for a big chunk of missions in Dokkan Battle. So now, obviously, number 1, who has been number 1 since, well, when it came out in July, that's still Agility Team. Super Vegito still holds high as the best mount team and debatably the best team overall in the game. Double Super Vegito is such a disgusting combo. The sealer-wise, one of the worst sealers in the game, but he works on that team because all you need him to do is seal, and that's of course Oceanus. He has shocking speed, so he fits on the team fairly well. It's just going to be a shocking speed team as much as you can. And you have Blue Cow Ken do a ton of damage. You have Super Vegito that's going to do some solid damage. He's probably mid-tier as far as damaging God cards, but nevertheless he's very, very strong. You have cards like you can substitute Blue Cow Ken for the OG Blue Goku and use the Dokkan Blue Vegeta that links up fantastically and actually do more damage than Blue Cow Ken once they're linked together, because they activate all their links and they do a ton of damage together. You have the LR androids if you want to use them. They do have shocking speed, so they would somewhat fit on that team, but they're too much of key whores for me to really want to put them on there. But nevertheless, they do definitely hold a spot if you want them. And there are technically a free-to-play card, so you don't have to do a whole lot of work. You just have to have a good enough team to beat a bunch of events a lot of times. And I think it's a lot nicer grind at the very least, a lot more refreshing because there's a lot more different things you can do than the LR Goku or an LR Frieza grind, which is the same mission over and over and over again. But whatever, I digress. So the top 5 list, number 5 still is number 4 and is Tech. Number 3 is Strength. When that first came out, people usually flip-flop those two. I'm on the side of Team Strength, maybe because I haven't. And I have Tech on Global, though, so I think I can see the difference, and I think Strength wins, because you have more versatility, and I really like Gogeta. You can throw Gogeta on a tech team because him and Gotenks give each other so much ki, but that usually screws Gotenks. So usually we don't want to do that. I do that for World Tournament because you don't have double Gotenks leaders, but nevertheless. And then number 2, you have Intelligent and Agility. Intelligence, very, very good, though. It's the best for not using items. In some situations, it can be the best. Any of these teams can be the best in certain situations, and Blue Cow can. Gotenks is probably the best. Against Gotenks, because there's a good Piccolo to put on the Fizz team, that one's probably the best. Against Tech Leader, insert Tech Leader here, then the Buhan team's the best. Against a team, Super Vegeto's the best against Super Vegito, but it can be good against any team. It's the most consistent team still in the game, and it's going to be rare to find struggles against it. The only really hard mission is the Super Trunks, the Dragon Ball Super New Trunks mission. Yeah, that one. The Inch Trunks Dokkan event was hard because he supered a bunch, and then the Omega Shenron fight is because you need GT cards to do it. But anyways, that ends this video. Tell me what is your top 5 list down below. Do you disagree with where I put Tech? Am I underrating it? Am I overrating any of the other teams? Do you think Fizz got a big enough boost to be in the top 3 or in even 4 or whatever? Tell me that down below, and we'll see you guys in the next DBZ Dokkan video. See ya.